Alright, so if you're watching this video, you might be interested in the new Bose QuietComfort Earbuds, or maybe you have a pair of Ultras and you don't know if you should upgrade. We're going to answer some questions. Who are these buds for? What are the differences between them? Should you upgrade? And what are some usability issues, because these buds are not perfect, that you should be aware of before spending your hard-earned money. So we're going to make this a really quick video. And of course, if it's your first time here, my name's Fredo. I'm a hybrid athlete here in New York City, and I test these buds, not like other reviewers sitting at a desk, but on the subway, loud noises, babies crying, crazy homeless people trying to kill me. You know the spiel. So you can trust me when I tell you these buds are good or not. That being said, spoiler alert, these QuietComfort Gen 2s are the best buds of 2024. There's only one other pair of buds that's better than this, and I'll tell you which those are at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. So if you're interested in any of the products I'm talking about in this video, there'll be links in the description below. These are affiliate links. Obviously, I don't know why I have to say that in 2024. They give me a kickback to my channel. Also, if you're interested in other pair of earbuds, I have reviews of every major earbud you can think of on my channel. Sony, Bose, Momentum, AZ80s, you name it, I have reviews on that, so you can look that up after this one. So starting off with the case, both of these are bulky, ugly, plasticky cases. I've had the QuietComforts for a long time. I've had the QuietComforts since they came out, and you can see that this case, you see that top is just very wiggly. It's very cheap. As you can see, it sounds very plasticky. The QuietComforts are no different either. Very cheap plasticky case. They're both bulky in their own right. The Ultras is a little bit slimmer, which makes them a little bit more pocketable, but neither of these are great cases to keep in your gym shorts to walk around. Even in my cargo pants walking around here in New York City, it looks like I'm happy to see everybody, which is kind of annoying. So these cases both get an L in my book. That being said, they both have USB-C charging, as you can see at the bottom right there, but only one of these has wireless charging natively, and that's the QuietComfort. The Ultras, you need to buy a stupid silicone accessory to give it wireless charging, which is a cash grab. Next up is going to be the buds and their ergonomics. Both of these buds live up to the QuietComfort name. They sport that fin design at the top with a beveled type of concha design that sits in your ear very nicely, and that oval tip. They provide amazing comfort and security. It doesn't matter if you're running 10 miles in these, which I did, you're benching at the gym, or you're just sitting at your desk, or you're on your commute. These are going to be the most comfortable fitting headphones for 90% of people. That being said, you can tell that there's a slight difference in the bud. Essentially what they did is that the QuietComfort Gen 2 is a shorter and fatter, chubbier design. They got rid of that wing. They just like clipped it, but overall I would say they fit very similarly. The only notable difference is that the Ultras have volume control by swiping down, and now the QuietComforts, you've got to do a multi-press and hold to access your volume. So honestly, the Ultras are more convenient for switching your volume, but that's not a deal breaker for most users. Another thing you have to be aware of, if you look at the Ultras, because they're in that white colorway, you can see the in-ear sensor. It's that little black dot by the tip. That in-ear sensor on the QuietComforts, because the QuietComforts are so small, freaks out. It has a problem where the silicone rubber on the ear tip, kind of depending on how you mush it in your ear, will trigger that sensor to go on or off accidentally. So you have to make sure that you get the right size fit for this. I had to go to the small one. Usually I use the medium. I'm using the medium on the Ultras, but that caused a glitch in my left ear. It just might be me, my left ear, that freaks out. Ron on Tech also discovered that. So if you're having some type of in-ear sensor issues, just make sure that you switch out your tips to something that's a little bit smaller, and that will fix your problems. Besides that, I have had no issues with the fit and comfort of either of these buds. So just to do a mid-video recap, these buds are very similar when it comes to sound, ANC, comfort. All those things are equal. We're going to answer probably the most important question about these buds. The first one is, how is the connectivity? Does it drop out? Is there a mosquito buzzing sound in the ear? Does the audio fall out of sync? Next is going to be, how's the ANC in the wear mode? Is it as good as the Ultras, or did they dull it down on the QuietComforts to save some money? And then of course, what is the sound difference between these two buds? So we're going to cover all that. When it comes to Bluetooth stability, dropouts, sound being distorted, audio drift, stuff like that, I had no problem with the QuietComfort Gen 2s. These have performed amazing. In crowded area with tons of Bluetooth noise and interference, I haven't had an issue with these dropping out or the audio falling out of sync. The QuietComforts still have that sync issue, whether that's because of the app or some other third-party reason that we don't know about for sure. The QuietComfort Gen 2s are more reliable than the Ultras in terms of connectivity. Now, when it comes to ANC, I don't have one of those special microphones that measure it. I only can go off my personal experience. The ANC on these, I use it specifically on the subway, in construction zones, and my girlfriend has a blender. She has one of those beast blenders that is super loud. Both of these performed equally when it came to ANC. They both drowned out all the same noise in my real world testing. And I want to preface that in my real world testing, I would put these as equal when it comes to ANC. That being said, in aware mode, I think the QuietComfort Gen 2s perform better in aware mode. I don't know why. That's just the experience that I had. The Ultras kind of freak out when there's too much loud noise in my experience. And that's like screeching loud noises in the subway. And when I'm at the supermarket and there's like the scanner sounds, I would say that the QuietComfort Gen 2s perform better. Next up is sound quality. And the truth is that everybody listens to different type of music, different type of genres, different devices, different listening levels. Sound is subjective. I don't put so much emphasis in sound in my personal reviews when it comes to earbuds. That being said, everything that I listened to sounded amazing, which is mostly rap, hip hop, and R&B. And these both sounded equal. Somebody commented on my video and said that the QuietComfort Gen 2s didn't sound that loud. I felt the same way for like a split second, but then I accidentally put my volume too loud and blew up my eardrums, and they get loud. They get loud, there's no problem. You don't have to worry about that. Some people just have really bad taste in music and they need to hear nothing to enjoy it. That's not me. A lot of the differences come down to the app and the features that they provide within those apps. If you don't know, the QuietComforts have a separate app from the Ultras. The QuietComforts have a lot more additional features, and I'll show you that real quick. And it ranges from a 5-band EQ versus a 3-band EQ on the Ultras, an off mode in your aware settings, so off, aware, and noise canceling, which is great because sometimes you don't need that much noise canceling. The Ultras only give you aware, noise canceling, and then a custom profile that you can kind of tweak for commuting. Not my favorite. You get some low latency features when it comes to the QuietComfort Gen 2s and a whole bunch of other smart features that I'm never going to personally use, but you might enjoy. Things like a remote selfie feature, a fast mute mode if you're on a lot of Zoom calls, and then some voice activated assistant features. That being said, the QuietComfort Gen 2's app is better than the Ultra's app, but as you've probably seen in the video, QuietComfort Gen 2's app is very, very, very slow. Sometimes I even had issues where I wouldn't be able to access the app if I didn't have service on the subway. If I was underground, I would have to turn the phone on airplane mode for the app to connect to the buds. Not the biggest issue in the world because you can control everything from the buds, but it is something to be aware of. So yeah, now that we have all that information about the buds, let's answer those questions. And I'm going to try to simplify this as much as possible so you, the viewer, know what to buy. If you have no earbuds right now and you want to get a pair of earbuds and you want to use those earbuds for the gym, for commuting, for playing games and enjoying music, you're an iPhone user, you don't care about codecs, Android users too, by the way. You want something that's comfortable and has amazing noise canceling, get the QuietComfort Gen 2s. For $180, these are amazing. They're a steal. They beat out 90% of everything that's on the market right now. Bose killed it. These are for you. They're reliable, they sound good, the connectivity is great. You're not gonna get better than the Bose. Now, the next group of people are people who probably have Ultras already and they wanna know if they should upgrade to the QuietComfort Gen 2s. You have to ask yourself a question. Do you want a 5-band EQ? How important is that app? And do you have connectivity issues with your current Bose Ultra? Now, if you have issues with your current Bose Ultra, you don't like them, you're not happy with them, upgrade to the QuietComfort 2s. You'll enjoy those a lot better because they're just like the Ultras, but with all the problems fixed. Hopefully I answered all your questions when it comes to the Bose headphones. That being said, like I told you in the beginning of the videos, the QuietComforts are almost the perfect headphone. They beat out 90% of the competition. And the only other pair that I can recommend right now in 2024, my latest ranking, besides the QuietComfort Gen 2, are the Bowers & Wilkins PI8s. Now the Bowers & Wilkins PI8s are amazing headphones. They're actually very similar in terms of fit and comfort and usability to the Bose. They both have amazing noise canceling. They both have amazing ANC. They both have amazing sound quality. That being said, the PI8s and by association, the PI6s have a better case. This case is better. It's more pocketable. It's more friendly. It's nicer. The PI6s are going to sound better too because they support 24-bit audio, I think it is. These support, I think, 32-bit or something crazy like that. These are more audiophile earbuds. So if you are bougie, if you prefer sound quality, that's like your main buying point when it comes to headphones, which it is for a lot of people, and like nice things, get the PI8s. If you're on a budget, get the PI6s. Me personally, I like having buds like the QuietComforts because if I lose these for $180, my pockets are not hurting. I don't feel bad. If I lost these for $500, I would be annoyed. Now I have a video about both these earbuds on my channel. You can check them out. Again, you can't go wrong with either of these. We are blessed in 2024 to have all these earbud options. That being said, check out my channel because I have reviews of every major earbud you can think of. Like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully this video is short. Stay tuned for more content, and I'll see you in the next one.